Hi, I'm Dr. Jim Hoven of Ramos Law, and your host for Health Matters. Here's the deal. Physical therapy or occupational therapy? What's the difference? I'm going to tell you next. Stay tuned. If you've ever been injured and had to go to a therapist, you might be wondering, who should I go to and why? Or if you were sent to a physical therapist or an occupational therapist, what's the difference? So just wanted to take a few minutes today to describe what physical therapists and occupational therapists do and how they kind of overlap. So here's the story. Physical therapists originally were the ones that were working with specific joint regions and specific muscles. So if you had a back injury, a physical therapist was going to be helping you get stretches and strengthening exercises for your back. They'll do some soft tissue work and manual therapy, maybe put some stim on your back. So they were kind of working on the tissue. Whereas the occupational therapist was going to help you get back to the things that you do in your life at home and at work so that you could do them effectively with a back injury. Now, that has since really kind of merged so that now you'll see them doing very similar things, so that some occupational therapists do physical therapy and some physical therapists do occupational therapy. But as you move through specific injuries, like a head injury, you may see them start to kind of separate again, depending on the training of the individual therapist. So for example, if we had let's say a head injury, the physical therapist would be working with a lot of the neck muscles, help with range of motion, help with making sure that you could get good strength in your neck, and they might help you really fine-tune some of the motor skills that you need for your daily job. Whereas if you're going to an occupational therapist, they might be really working on how you eat. And I'm not mean what you eat in the diet, but literally how you go about preparing food and how you go about putting it on your plate and getting rid of your plate to wash the dishes, as that affects your neck and your brain. Things that you might do on the cognitive side to remember. If you have a head injury, you might have forgetfulness issues or memory issues. What would you do in order to make sure that you got the same stuff done every time? Maybe you create a list that says, we're gonna put the plates in this cabinet, we're gonna wash the dishes this way, we're gonna make sure that we eat at this time to keep you on schedule. So those repetitive daily activities are gonna fall under that occupational therapist hat as opposed to the physical therapist hat most of the time. So occupational therapists, physical therapists have really, again, integrated a lot of their skills so that now, if you find a good therapist and you wonder, occupational or physical, look at what you're trying to accomplish in the end. So is it to help with the pain and dysfunction of the joint area, or is it to really get back to the activities of daily living, work, home, social, rest, etc., that you need? And that's really going to help you notice who's doing what. So if you have any more questions about physical therapists versus occupational therapists, of course, let me know. You can email me, jim@ramoslaw.com, and I'll help you in any way that I can. If you have thoughts on how this could be made better, other things that we could talk about, please send those to us as well. We literally take stuff from you and make these kind of videos. So share this, enjoy this. Hopefully it helps. Look forward to talking to you soon. And always remember, your health matters.